Hi, I'm Kim Richards with Self Care Academy, and I've been asked to share some thoughts about developing, strengthening the bond and the trust between staff and leadership and administration during these unprecedented times that we're going through as a country and as a world. And I'd like to start by just sharing something that Dr. Michael Bly shared, and this is from VCU Langston Center of Innovation. He says, we are in a VOCA environment, volatile, uncertain, chaotic, and ambiguous. VOCA environments create stress unless the following guidelines become a norm for practice. Number one, conduct your practice based on principles, not rules, developed in a non-VOCA state. Number two, trust people rather than try to regulate them. Not a time for overregulation. Outstanding performance will emerge when trust is the norm. Show incredible gratitude for high performance. And that may look something like just making and keeping commitments, even small ones, because those are the things that people remember. Number three, use someone to keep an eye on the bigger picture. That could possibly be you, and coach people to best practices. This may be somebody that you want to delegate. Number four, recognize that care for caregivers is critical. Gratitude, compassion, appreciation, flexibility when possible, absolutely. Be humble during this time. You're not going to know everything. Nobody expects you to know everything, but what they want to feel is that you have their back. They want to feel like you are a strong anchor in the middle of all this chaos and ambiguity and uncertainty and, volatile situations that sometimes probably feels like it will just never end. And that's the difficult thing that we're going through right now, is that we're not quite sure about the end game. Leaders that I've coached around the country have talked about the importance of setting short-term goals during this time so that people feel like that they have reached at least certain milestones and that they're able to make a little bit of progress every day. And it does kind of give them a bit of the pat on the back, which is what we all could use some extra of right now during these times. So think about those strategies that other leaders have used. The other things that I've heard from around the country is, of course, extra communication, more communication, embracing the new normal with courage, being straight up, very straightforward, very intentional, yet very compassionate. This is a time that we need to care deeply for each other. We rely so much on each other right now, and we need to really see how deep that reservoir of compassion can be during these stressful times. Try and be more inclusive. I mentioned communicate more frequently. That's something that lots of leaders said over and over, that they really communicate at least once a day, and that people really appreciate that. Maybe during times of non-VUCA state, we don't like to be, get all those emails or, hear all the updates, but we need relevant information in the moment, every day, perhaps several times during the day, depending on what's going on. The staff needs to know that you are completely 100% committed to ride this out with courage, with flexibility, by being straightforward, by showing vulnerability. You're not going to know everything, and nobody expects you to know everything. Saying, I don't know, but I'll let you know, I'll get back with you, is perfectly fine during these times. And you need to also recognize that you are setting the tone for your facility. if you show panic, if you show constant self-deprivation and constant lack of self-care and anxiety, that's going to bleed on everyone else that you manage. So making sure that you take the time to fill your own basket so that you have the capacity to be able to manage and to support and to create that all-inclusive, we're in this together feeling that people have to get through this kind of situation. So I encourage you to take the time that you need, and also encourage your staff to take the time that they need to make sure that they don't burn out, which is a real threat given these circumstances. So I'd like to thank you for everything that you're doing, personally, professionally. I know that you've sacrificed beyond belief. I know that your heart is heavy. And I know that your soul may be hurting during these times. So I just can't stress enough to please take some time for yourself, to reflect, to let go, to refill, so that you can continue being the amazing, beautiful, incredible leader that you are. Thank you so much. Take care of you.